Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Golgothan, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. In the last video, we brought Blackhawk HD up in this sweet space plane that I built, brought him into orbit, and now we need to do a refuel. So we could launch a new rocket and dock it up here and refuel, but after I was done recording, I remembered that I still had this over here. So let's switch over to this. Alright, so here we have our lab. No we don't. Whoa! Space Center. That was weird. I don't know why that would happen. I don't have any mods installed. See if I go to the tracking center here and go to it. Min-Miss Lab Mark 1. Okay. Fly. Oh, this isn't the right one either, actually. This is just Bill chilling in orbit. We still need to rescue him. So dumb. Look at this. I could totally use that engine, but it's not because of this decoupler. Even if I see, I could jettison the engine, but I can't get rid of the I can't get rid of this decoupler. It is considered decoupled, and I can't get rid of the fairings, so it is stuck here. That's not what we were doing. Oh, this must be, oh, it's in this weird orbit. That's right. Okay. Now let's hope this doesn't mess up in the transfer over. Let's take a look at it. Of course it did. I don't know why I'm having these issues with the game. It's still in alpha. Still way under development. Gotta at least appreciate what's in front of me and not the mistakes. Alright, so Min-Miss Lab ship, fly. So, if you remember in 2 videos ago, we took this whole station, basically. Where is the lander? Is there not a lander to go with it? I didn't land the lander, did I? I don't remember landing the lander. Huh. Interesting. It's weird. I don't remember doing that. There's definitely no other vessels near me. Well, I hope I got the science from it. Anyway, so I'm gonna take this over, and I'm going to dock this basically onto, where are you here? This guy right here, our space station. So we've got a whole ordeal ahead of us here. So which direction are we moving? We're moving this way. So at least we're moving the right direction, right? Yeah. So once we get here, we're gonna have to, of course, adjust our angle. Bloop. Shoot. Almost there. Make sure we keep these guys relatively even. Yeah. Down. There. Okay. So, if I bring this down. Okay, so our distance there is horrible. What's our PE here? So that's not going to work. Need to make sure this is out of the atmosphere. So I'm going to actually let this be a little bit higher of an apoapsis. Yeah. So that the space plane will catch up with us instead of the other way around. So let's find the node here. Sounds like Lily's coming down the steps. Whoa. we go. SAS helps. Whoa. That wobble. One of the mods I was trying out is called Quantum Struts. It's basically like laser struts. Okay, you don't need to be wobbling so much here. So I'm just gonna bring it right, and there we go. Anyway, we'll just do minor adjustments. There we go. Ugh, this is so difficult to do. Time warp, there we go. Alright, so I don't know how long this is going to take. It looks like it's going to take a while. It's hard to tell. It looks like about 2 minutes maybe it'll take. So let's get to the... I'm going to go to about minute-and-a-half mark, and I'm going to burn from there. Hate how wobbly it is. Okay, burn. Alright, stay. See, SAS, like, makes it worse when you're docked. It sucks. I wish they would fix that. Sit here and manually control this thing. Oh God. What happened? What happened? What happened? We lost thrust in one of the engines, and I don't know what happened. We've got plenty of fuel. Yes, it looks like we do. Ah, I see. Okay. This guy ran out of oxidizer. Out. Alright, so we're not going to have that much fuel to refuel it. Our space plane, now that I look at this. This actually has very little fuel in it. So it might be just in our best interest to land this thing and build a refueling rocket. So that is going to be my new plan. Land this thing and build a refueling rocket. And then we will refuel our space plane. Alright, I'm actually good to just burn straight retrograde from here. Pop this guy up and retrograde. Just need enough touchdown. Oh God, we're spinning out of control again. Oh, it was this guy that ran out of oxidizer. Alright, how are we coming down here? This might actually be okay. So let's... Time warp? Nice. Alright. Time warp is awesome. And we are in the atmosphere. So I'm just going to try to basically stop us. Until I run out of oxidizer in another tank. I'm going to hold this just like this. You know what? I don't have landing gear on here. So maybe it would be best to land in the water. Alright, let's do some time warping here. Take us to the ground. I want to throw this on the ground. Get some effects coming soon. Coming soon. to a spaceship near you. Entry effects. Wow. There they are. There's the entry effects. Ooh-wee. All the way to the ground. Take it down to about 5,000 before I drop the chutes. Alright, good enough. Parachutes. What are they set to deploy at? 500. Actually, it's not a bad idea to try to lay it sideways if I can. This will help, that's for sure. Oh God! Whoa! Whoa! So Jeb and Bob were killed there, so what happened? Structural failure on linkage between inline advanced stabilizer and a fuel tank. And then the parachute collided with the lab. So it was because the parachute string was right there, maybe? That seemed a little ridiculous for that. But alright. So let's go build our refuel rocket, I guess. Sucks. Alright. Had science on there I was going to collect. So our main refueler is going to have this 3-man command module with a docking port on top. It's got the big fuel tank in the middle with a decoupler above it. That'll be the refueling tank. Obviously it's got RCS, ASAS, parachutes, engines, and all that stuff. The launch vehicle, we have a big tank in the middle. Well, I guess it's made into a big tank with asparagus staging on the outside, which we end with more boosters. Always need more boosters. Solar panels on the top, and then I have these weird angled solar panels. That's so the sun, we can get it from behind us. Alright, so let's see. Where is... Here we are. Nope, not that one. Pardon me, this one. So wait till that gets closer to us. Like that. And then we will do our takeoff. In 3, 2, 1. Yeah, there we go. Solid boosters are actually helping quite a bit. It looks like we would have had actual trouble if we did not use the solid boosters. I really thought we'd be going faster at this point. Right, throttle down, gotta keep us below 100, all the way up. I'm starting to get a little worried, but I do that almost every time I launch. Alright. Getting ready for the gravity turn. Looks like it will be turning before I get rid of my first set of engines. It's gonna be like at the exact same time, so I'm gonna start turning now. and then engines. Beautiful. 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 Still have a ton of fuel. Just gotta make sure we're still rising. Looks like we are. Looks like we're not having any issues yet. Oh, we are creeping up on that way too fast. Alright, tipping it up just a smidge to get us over. We're not a space plane. We're not trying to... Oh, that's from the decouplers. I was like, what is up with this pattern along here? Alright, we're still going up, so that's the good thing, but we're not going up very fast. I've heard of people using jet engines for their boosters instead of the solid boosters. Eventually, I would like to try that. But right now, we just got to worry about getting this guy up there and refueling our space plane. Climb, climb, climb. You can do it. I believe in you. See if it starts freaking out if I time warp. Not too bad. Don't want it to go out of control. Alright, we're gaining speed. Got a little bit of a wobble because of the time warp. Okay. Took it out of time warp, put us at the 45. Hopefully... Alright, cool. We're still... Now we got some... Because we got some good speed. Oh, no. We're about to lose our next engines. It's not going to help our cause. Oh, I wish we were closer to 30K. But now I feel like we're going to start creeping in on this apoapsis. Ah, speed is increasing. Come on. Just start turning around and going the other way. I know you want to. We're approaching it a little less quickly. It's not helping at all. Come on. Alright, I'm tipping us up. Tipping us up to 60 again. Get our apoapsis in front of us. Oh no! Bad news bears! Bad news bears! We are officially moving down! No! We cannot be moving down! I need the mainsail engine so bad! Come on. Not cool, man. Ugh. It's like getting closer to us, but it's not at the same time. I feel like this refuel mission is a massive failure. I feel like I know what my mistake was. I don't think there's any saving this mission. But we shall try. This is gonna be this whole video. And then in the next video, we will actually refuel. But we are most certainly gonna run out of gas. No way this poodle is gonna be able to push us out of the atmosphere. Oh, we're almost there. Wasted so much time and fuel trying to get back on the proper side of the apoapsis. And there, we're finally there. But I don't think there's any hope for us getting into orbit. But we'll see. We definitely missed our space plane, which we probably would have hit if we had a properly built rocket. All right. So we have a vertical velocity. That's good. I'm gonna put us to 60. Hopefully that doesn't ruin everything. 60. Okay, that's still being okay. This is most certainly not enough fuel to get into orbit. Some of this, gosh, it's gonna be a tight one. If at all possible, it'll be close. But we're making some serious headway into the out of the atmosphere now. See, there we go. Getting some legitimate speed. Just trying to push us up as much as I can. It's gonna be crazy if somehow I succeed at this. Alright, Poodle, it's gonna be up to you. Go, Poodle, go! It's a small vessel. Perhaps the Poodle will be enough. It's still going up. Come on, we can push it past that limit. It is pulling fuel out of the top tank. Okay, let's do that for now. It's actually working a little bit. Perfect, there we go. Now I got my numbers for my fuel, and that's only this bottom one, right? Yes. Okay. Transfer fuel as needed, but as it stands right now, just gonna keep going. Oh, this is actually kind of working. Put it on the 45. Is that gonna still work? Think I'm far enough? I can't believe this. This is actually gonna work. See? I always do it. I always doubt myself. I always think, oh man, I ruined it. I designed it poorly. It's not gonna work. And at the very end, it just somehow works. I guess maybe I'm speaking too soon. That is almost out of the atmosphere. Look how wide that little guy is. Ching ching. Most certainly gonna need to take more fuel. But it's working, man. To the horizon line. Yeah, I'm gonna burn. Okay, that's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea, Lily. But it's gonna be out of the atmosphere pretty soon. Alright, I gotta let it use some of that fuel just to make sure I can get out of the atmosphere, and then I'll transfer some. I'm not going to need very much fuel to land this thing, obviously. It's only going to need enough to dip me into the atmosphere. What are we at? 80. 80 is what we got to hit. Should be no problem. Set that guy as the target. Come on, 80. There we go. Actually, that's actually going to work out just right. I will drain all of this fuel into the space plane. Yeah, we're in orbit. Or we're out of the atmosphere. But I'll drain all the big tank into the fuel, and then whatever's left in the small tank, which is about 100 of each, will take me to the surface. Okay. Burn. Make sure it's out of the atmosphere. There we go. A little bit more. There. There. Okay. So now let's do some time warping. Yeah, I can't believe that this worked. So much fuel left. Definitely enough to refuel. Oh, ye of little faith. Want a cookie? We're chasing it down. It's gonna take a few orbits though to catch it. Yeah, it's gonna take like 4 or 5 orbits at least. So I guess I can find some space news to talk about. There's got to be something. That's one thing I like about when I do these videos. Is I learn about space news and stuff. Ah, okay. So in the last episode, or maybe the one before, I talked about the moon dust possibly causing long-term damage to the China's Jade rover. Apparently, it's showing signs of life. The bunny's death may be somewhat exaggerated, despite earlier suggestions that China's lunar rover U2, or Jade Rabbit, has been officially declared dead. Chinese state media now say that the rabbit has phoned home. It remains unclear, though, whether the rover is healthy enough to continue its mission. But it is functional. That is important. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. What else? Stellar archaeologist. We excavated the pure star. How are we coming up here? Ooh. Seeds of life can sprout in moon's icy pockets. That can't be right. Ice pockets on the moon could be cooking up with the building blocks of life. Simulations show that cosmic rays coming from outside the galaxy have enough energy to turn simple molecules into lunar ice into more complex organics. Ooh. That's interesting. But how would that even work? There's no atmosphere on the moon. I mean, will it just somehow develop an atmosphere somehow? Not sure how that works. I mean, I guess if enough water vapor gets into the air, that could theoretically create an atmosphere, I think. That plus the cosmic radiation. Not sure. But obviously we can look into these possible organics under the surface of the moon, see what possibly could be, I guess, growing on the moon. Obviously it won't be anything like we've seen on Earth probably, which is crazy. New space organisms, alien life forms. Ooh, Moonanites. Yeah, I get some Moonanites. I want to time warp faster. Let me time warp faster. I know they do it so that you can't overtime warp things, but I want to. Let me. It's one thing I liked about my Kerbal alarm clock is that I could just set the alarm for when the intercept was closest or whatever, and then I could go be on a different vessel that's flying out in the middle of space, or go to a flag, and then I can time warp at full speed, and then it'll just stop me when the time comes. Kerbal Alarm Clock is the best mod, I think, out there. I mean, a lot of people use, MechJeb for a lot of things. People use Kerbal Engineer, and people love their B9 aeronautics and whatever. But I think Kerbal Alarm Clock should be in everybody's mod arsenal. Everybody should use it. It's so makes everything so much easier. You can set alarms for your launch windows for transferring to other planets. So that you can just say you're doing other missions. Say you're doing stuff on the moon or stuff on Minmus, and here's your launch window for Duna. You don't want to miss it if it happens like in the middle of you doing your missions or something. Say you're just like in a transfer orbit over to Minmus, and then the alarm goes off. Hey, within the next day or two, you have a transfer window to Duna. You'd be like, oh my god. I'm just gonna park this thing in orbit around Minmus, and then I'm gonna build me a Duna rocket. Obviously, like I've mentioned previously, I have having serious issues with mods with this game. I guess I could be out of map view for this. Just gotta watch that. Wait, that's not the target. That's it's what's his name? Over there, Bob, I think that's the one that's up in there. Yay, bye Bob. He's trapped up in there. He just watched me fly by him and it's like, wait, come rescue me. Sorry, I don't have an extra seat. We could have put an extra. We could have taken one of these guys out, left Chris behind, but we didn't. And there's what I'm talking about. These solar panels would not be getting power, but because these ones are angled down like that, they get the power, so you can see the long shadow off them. Come on. How much longer? Like 2 more orbits. Maybe I can correct over here at the periapsis. If I can do some adjusting, some orbital adjustments. Nope, that's not helping. That's also not helping. What's the separation now? So we're looking for less than 170. So that's not helping at all. I should keep the time warp on so that it's funny because retrograde actually in the end will speed us up. It's not really working. I might as well just let it go. Like a couple more rotations, it should bring us down to much closer, and then we can worry about it when we get right up in there. What are we at now? 120. So it's going down 50 kilometers per rotation. So after 2 rotations, we should be at about 20 kilometer intercept range, and then we can make our final adjustments there. Come on. Oh, I saw some pictures on the Kerbal Space Program subreddit of a mothership, and I want to build one. It may be our next project is building a mothership. Basically, it would just be a massively large ship docked together with the large docking ports. Obviously, we need to get the large docking ports. And probably the orange tanks and the mainsail engines. And then we could probably do something like this. And then it would carry a couple landers on it, some satellite probes. It had a lab station on it. All sorts of stuff like that. Everything had little different sized docking ports for the different areas of the vessel it docked onto. It was pretty sweet. All right, there we go. What are we at? 18. Now we can do a little tweaking here. See if we can't get this down. See, yeah, that's wrong. 14. Oh, 9. Hey, stop that. 10. Get it back to that 9. Then what? Like that? Oh, no. Yeah. 9.5. Guess. Lay with her squeaky toy. She loves her squeaky toys. And that one that she has is like a big blue rubber bone thing. And it's the only thing that she won't be able to really destroy. I'm sure she'll try. But all of her other ones, like all of her stuffed animals, she's pulled a squeaker out of all those things. Maybe less than that. There, just like that. There. Alright, and once we get over there, then we will do our usual docking maneuvering to get this all lined up and situated. And we'll finally have fuel in our space plane. Okay. So what's our distance now? We're looking at 12, 10, 9. Okay. Now it's all done from here. Of course, it's nighttime. Alright, so target. There is away from target. So let's push. I think this is push, right? Why isn't it pushing it? There we go. I didn't give it enough power, that's why. Alright, now what's our next intercept say? Nothing. Alright, where's my torch? Pull this guy over. Right there. Time warp us until we get closer. Oh. Guess we most certainly want to be moving this way. This way. Okay. So now it's just all about keep that prograde marker on the target marker. I wonder if I can hit it with a lot of thrust quick. Keep it on there. Yeah, it's actually worked really well. Now what are we at? 1.9. Just like rocketing right at it. 1.7, close enough. So let's time warp until we get right up to that point. Should come in a draw distance, there we go. Alright. Now it's more about the retrograde. So let's push that guy down. There we go. Now we should just kind of creep in on it. Line myself up to stop us, of course. Look at that, looks so cool in the distance there. F1 to, oh no, F2. Look at that. kind of just, it looks like a plane in space. That looks cool. Let's get a little bit closer. Oh yeah. Push it right on there again. There we go. There we go. Oh, that looks beautiful. Doesn't that just look amazing? I think F1 is screenshot. Alright. Better believe that's going to be the teaser picture. Alright, so I'm going to turn prograde. I'm going to turn this way. I'm going to get ready for docking. Just like that. RCS on. Set that as the target. Alright, back up a smidge. Oops, not that. That. Oh, not that either. That. That's what I want. Time warp a little. Just want to get lined up nice and good. Okay, better. Open shield, control from here. Actually have to switch to this guy quick. And open the shield. Whoosha! That looks so sweet. Alright, set as target. And control from here. Okay, so let's get my marker in the correct spot. There, just like that. Okay, there. Alright, we are like right perfectly lined up. And now we will just dock in there. There we go. Make sure it's perfectly lined up, and we should just magnets. That is so beautiful to see that happening. I am so proud of that space plane. And now kiss. Turn RCS and all that stuff off. There we go. And we are docked. Now it is refueling time. So we still got fuel in there? Yes, we do. So. Alright, I think we will have enough fuel to fill up these tanks. But perhaps not the side tanks, which is fine. The inside tanks feed to the outside tanks. Shreep. Filling up. As long as I have more than 360 left. Yep. Awesome. That and that. Fill her up. Yeah. Blackhawk HD sitting over here accepting his wonderful fuel as he's preparing to go to the moon, which we will probably do in the next episode. Zoop. Yeah. Alright. Alright, well, I think I'm going to end the episode here, and in the next episode we will take down our refuel crew to the surface, and we will take Blackhawk HD to the moon. If you enjoyed this video, please click like down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see other videos like it. I am Golgothan. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.